How are ya? Tiki Bell. Tiki Bell. Pretty girl sitting next to the fire. Merry Christmas, everybody. I am getting to start my day. Last year this time, I actually was over in Ohio visiting the Christmas Story house, and I picked up this awesome cup in their gift shop, and I positively love it. Got a little bit of snow, luckily enough for Santa's sleigh to land. Let's go check it out. Stanley cat, kitty, 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 kitty. You're a good kitty.
Who's getting in the car?
Come on, who's gonna go for a ride today? Huh? Who's getting a ride today? Who's getting a ride today? Come here, let me see ya. Oreo cookie, come here, come here. Let me see ya. Ooh, you can go for a ride? Say hello, say Merry Christmas. There you go. Say Merry Christmas, Tiki Bell. Say Merry Christmas. Did you have a good run? She's the runner. She likes to run away and make Matt chase her. Were you saying hello to the neighbors? Tiki Bell. I was just looking along the tree line here because the birds flew off when I came outside to film this, because this morning when I was cleaning, yes, I even cleaned on Christmas, because you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do when you got time to do it, right? So anyway, I was cleaning off my countertops this morning and getting rid of anything that had been in my pantry for a while, like oats and some low carb like pitas, that sort of thing. And so today I just, broke them all up and scattered them all along the tree line. So Merry Christmas to all the critters out there. So I think they were enjoying a Christmas meal. And speaking of Christmas meal, we are about to load up right now and head out to Matt's dad to celebrate a really nice meal with him. Matt has been cooking up some stuff to take with us over to his dad's house. So tomorrow on the vlog, you'll get to see what we ate for Christmas. Maybe give you guys some ideas just for, for sides any day of the week. So what's a day on this vlog if we don't get creative together, right? Even on Christmas. So cue the tape, Sonia. We're gonna create together right now in my studio, and I hope you guys get lots of ideas, because even though you are watching this on Christmas Day, just know, follow my same tips and techniques and just make a beautiful wooden sign that you desire with the stencils that you have, using the colors that you have, and all that creative juice. All right, let's do it. So I have this old cabinet door. It came from one of the projects that I did in the last month of a old buffet that I painted, and one of the doors was broken. I ended up taking them all off and now repurposing them into what will basically be blank slates and materials to be able to do some really fun stuff on. So today I'm going to go ahead and decorate this and turn it into a beautiful Christmas sign. The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and grab some of my Mocha Madness paint. This is our chalky style paint, sticks to pretty much anything under the sun. One of the reasons why I love to use old cabinet doors is because, especially on this side, is because it basically creates a frame around the piece, right? So I look at this interior piece as being the place where I paint and make and create and make beautiful, and then if I really wanted to, I could even frame it out. So which is probably what I'll do today. So I'm going to worry right now just putting some paint down in the actual inlay and just go ahead and brush it on. I like to use a shabby chip brush if I'm going for like a distressed style kind of look, which is where basically I want to make it look like, like it's not completely filled in and it's old and time worn. That's the sort of look I'm going to go with this piece today. I'm going to grab a sand pad, and what I want to do is just sand the interior. If there's any brush hairs, it'll come off. It'll smooth your paint down really nice with our paint. You could really buff it down to be super, super butter smooth if that's what you want. Let's do a little dust off here. Okay, next up we need our Junk Monkey glaze. I'm going to grab my stash of the brown glaze. We have 4 different colors. What I want to do is grab a brush to apply it with right into my glaze. You can see the brown glaze I'm using here. Our glaze is not paint, it's actually a translucent medium that is made to go on top of paint. So think about glaze on donuts, sits on top of your donut. Glaze sits on top of your paint, and you could do some really fun effects with it depending on the color of the glaze that you're choosing. So brown definitely gives us an antique look. My job right now is just to cover over all that painted area. And when it first goes on, sometimes it's like, whoa, is that how it looks? Nope. We have to do the step of wiping it off, but first we have to get it on so it makes contact with the entire area that we want to do the glazing on. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and grab some cheesecloth here. Cheesecloth is also listed online. All the tools that I'm using here today at junkmonkeypaint.com. I'll also put the link below the video. So when I use my cheesecloth, I like to have what I call like a snowball of it in your hands. Not too much, but enough that you can handle because it's going to suck up that glaze. And then I like to do a few little spritzes just to get my cloth a little bit damp, not soaking wet, but damp. And now begins the process of swiping off the excess of the glaze. Ooh, and I love this combination of the Mocha Madness and the brown antiquing glaze. I'm going to take my finger and kind of get the edges, and then I'm going to do a swipe over to keep those lines looking nice and the way I want them, nice and linear. Ooh, I love that. What do you guys think? Pretty, right? Do you see how all of a sudden that just looks totally glazed and darkened? You can take off as much as you want. That part is totally up to you. But at the end of the day, I just want mine to look. This is why I left some of the distressing marks where we didn't fully cover it by using that shabby chip brush. You can find all the tools on my website as well. But look, I love that. Love, love, love the interior here. Came out perfectly, just as I have imagined. All right, let's let that dry, and then we can begin the next step of putting our design in place. Okay, so our space in here that we're working on is entirely dry, and this is where our scene is gonna go. One reason I love to do distress style is it makes the background interesting versus this piece just being painted one solid color. I also love the fact we put the glaze over the top because that's another way to make it look interesting. So you've got these pieces like skips of paint. You've also got the glazing. And now when we put our scene down, it just makes it feel like it's filled out, right? Like it's just softened it up. And it looks lived in, it looks cozy, it looks worn, which is what I want to, the look I'm going for today, right? That's what I want. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab out one of my new stencils here. I'll put the link for this one below. And you know, you could do this any sort of way. I could pull out that, the color that I was talking about, our Lucky Clover, and paint the tree green, paint the truck with our red apple, and maybe put some black velvet for the black wheels on here. Or I could go completely just, you know, one solid color. So at the end of the day, that's totally up to me, and I'm thinking about maybe just doing like a silhouette of this stencil. All we have to do is get our truck in place, and then I'm gonna go ahead and grab and look for my black velvet. All right, shabby chip brush again. I like to do, if I can remember to do this, especially when I'm working with newer brushes, when they clip these on in the factory, sometimes, of course, maybe not all the brush hairs get entirely like pressed here. So all you have to do is before you start, just to kind of like do a tug on the very end, and anything that's loose, a few little fray hairs will just pop right out, and that will help eliminate that. All right, I'm gonna go into my black velvet just a little bit, not a whole lot. You'll see like the brush off on my lid edges. Any excess, or you can kind of like offload on a paper that you have near to you, whatever you want. And now what I'm going to do is just make sure my brush makes contact through that stencil with our surface. And I'm doing this, you know, distress style. So I love to use a shabby chip brush to give me like skipped distressing versus getting a perfect stencil look. Because it would be super hard to get in here with a brush, with a sand pad after I'm done to try to distress this truck without ruining my background, right? All right, let me just make sure. I'm gonna do a dance over everything. Pull that off. This is exciting times. Oh my gosh. Guys, I love this.
So this stencil I will not clean. I will put it into my stencil storage album, which I'll put the link below as well if you want to grab one just like me. It's just a way, you know, sometimes stencils can be pretty fine. Like this is a hard plastic one, but it's got some pretty thin lines. What I'm not going to want to do is get this stencil messed up. Rather, it's going to go into my book, and then, you know what, next year when I'm creating gifts for people, I have the stencil to use over and over again, right? You can use it over and over again. So anyway, I'll put my link below if you want to grab a stencil. These are a few of the recent ones, the newest ones that I've gotten. And I will tell you as well that they come from a small business in Florida. I love supporting other small businesses. And when you buy over $30 in stencils, they will give you free shipping, which is awesome. So this was one that we did. Do you see that one? The boho, you know, flowers on the cow skull. We did this one on our Facebook page this week. There's another vlog on here where you see me use this one, which is the pig and the cow. We did a cute little sign. This might be easier so you can see them come to life. That turned out really cute. Find this tutorial on my Facebook page at Junk Monkey Paint Company. And then this one right here is right here on the vlog. We did a different style background right here using paper. And I give you my tips to create both backgrounds and how to do it so it comes out looking fine and fabulous. Let's continue working here. So we're gonna wanna make sure that this is obviously dried so that we do not like bump it and ruin our design. So I'm really thinking about, since I put the black in here, about actually making this frame black as well. But doing it in a way that you see some of the brown distressing as well, which matches up with the brown that we created in here. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's just add that in and see how that looks. So again, I'm going to use the black velvet, which matches the truck in here. Currently, this is a dark brown cabinet door, 1980s. Who knew when whoever bought this in the 1980s that, you know, their doors off their buffet would be eventually made into Christmas gifts and Christmas signs. I always say if furniture could talk, you know, it could if it could only be like, so here's my story, and I can't unsee the things I've seen. I can only imagine. It's like mirrors and windows and old like French doors and things like that. You know, how many people have looked through those doors and how many people have looked at themselves in a mirror, and I just think about those things sometimes. Alright, one all around the edges. Love that. Love that. Do you see that, guys? Now it totally looks like it's framed, right? Isn't that beautiful? Like, I am digging that so much. I love that so, so much. Oh my goodness gracious. Yes, yes, yes. Alright, we're making sure this is dried. Or at least 99% dried, because what I like to do is sometimes a wet distress, which is where I just basically, I'm going to distress, and because obviously the closer that you distress to when it dries, the easier to rip the paint off. But sometimes I don't even let mine fully dry, because you learn to wet distress, which basically means that when you sand over it, it swipes it off, and it just gives you a different sort of distressing look. Let's go ahead and finish that sucker off. We're gonna go ahead and grab our buffing brush for our wax. We're going to grab our can of wax. Monkey Shine here, all natural beeswax oil finish, which is perfect for a wooden sign like this. And then what we do is we just go ahead and put our brush into the Monkey Shine. The Monkey Shine, as you can see, goes a very, very long ways, because it is so rich. So I just did one scoop of that, not even a scoop, like a brush over into my Monkey Shine. And now I can just carry it all the way over. Continue to carry it all the way over. You don't need a whole lot. It travels far. I once did, I think it was 20 projects. Like, we're talking like full-size furniture projects. Out of one can of Monkey Shine when I was doing a live challenge, and I just used the same can over and over again for like 20 days straight on some milk paint projects I was working on. And you'll find that link for the Monkey Shine below, and for the brush. And also for the cloth that you'll need to buff it off. They're not all created equal, so you're gonna wanna grab a buffing cloth to go with a project, grab a bunch for your stash. And now I am just going to wipe all over. Make sure you keep turning it, so that way what happens is your monkey shine goes into your project, and then you're buffing it. Think about like when you buff a car, when you wax on, you buff it off. So we're buffing it off and everything has gone down into the wood pores, and then we're left with a nice smooth surface on the top. Turn it over, a nice dry area, and at the end of the day, you want to be left with a nice dry surface. You don't have to wait for it to cure or anything like that. You just buff it off. And if you're using one of these buffing cloths, they're so tightly woven that they will pick up anything on the top. Just keep wiping until you're good to go and you're nice and polished and shined. Oh my gosh. That turned out beautiful. Look, guys. I love it so much. Oh my goodness.
Wasn't that fun? Did you guys get lots of ideas? I hope you did. Thank you for joining me here on Christmas. Merry Christmas to everybody, near, far, wide, no matter where you are if you're watching this video. I just want to wish you guys a very, very Merry Christmas. And hopefully today brought you some warmth, some joy, a smile, a good memory, some good food. Of course, here on Vlogmas, we've been doing all kinds of fun giveaways. And so today is Christmas. And so I think we should give away another $20 in Banana Bucks. Today's lucky winner you're going to see posted on the screen right now. Congratulations to the winner. All right, so what I want you to do is just go ahead and email us at junkmonkeypaint@gmail.com. Thank you for your answer yesterday when we posed the question about what do you think of that Big Mac conspiracy? And if I have your attention, make sure you go back and watch yesterday's vlog. So today, let's put up another $20 in Banana Bucks for grabs for one lucky person out there. You know what you have to do. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and then leave a comment below. And today, your question is, what is your favorite thing that you got to eat over the Christmas holiday? I want to know, this past holiday, what was your most favorite thing that you got to indulge in and enjoy? Leave that yummy answer below. I do want to know. All right, guys, and with that, I am off to eat something good today. So make sure you're good all year round so Santa comes to visit, of course, again, next year. Hopefully he came to visit your house today. That's always a good thing. There are so many more fun vlogs coming your way. Oh my gosh, guys, take a look at this. What a view. Isn't that beautiful? Hopefully the weather is great where you guys are at, and I will see you again tomorrow. Walk into the light. Oh, what is that big ball of light in the sky? Amazing.